Start. Start, Peter.
Just a moment. नहीं आ रहे हैं. Just a second. हाँ जी, स्टार्ट करो जी.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. My humble request, please put on your cameras, come onto the screen. I would like to see your smiling faces. So, what did we do? Very nice, Pushpa, seeing you with a smiling face. Very nice, very nice. Yes, well did. So yesterday we did with parenting of 6 types: helicopter, panda, bulldozer, democratic, pendulum, and megaphone parenting. This is all more on the negative side. It was more on the negative side. Panda was slit a little bit, you can say, on the positive side. So now let us take the next form. The next one is the hummingbird. The hummingbird. This parenting is also just like the panda. Thoda bahut na, as a positive, you can say, effect in this parenting. In this, they give space. Parents is parenting the which they give space to the children. They give them physical distance. Jin unna di umar vaddi hai, they give them the power to take the risk, solve their problems. They let them grow, let the children grow, so that they can handle their own problems, their own risk, and get out of it. But in the bargain, the parents have to be a bit alert because they are in fear, but it has to be safety for them also. So this is definitely a little bit of a positive effect of it. Now we come more to the positive things. We call the lighthouse parenting. Lighthouse parenting, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਕਿ lighthouse ਕੀ ਹੈਗਾ? You see in the seas a lighthouse. What do? They show the light during the night. No discrimination goes around. It shows the people the way, the danger. They go deep. They give all the light where there is darkness. So they are helping the trips to move. This is the lighthouse, what they are doing. So the parents are also like the lighthouse. It's a very positive effect, on the children. These parents and all, those people who are like a lighthouse in this parenting, they are very considerate. They are very hopeful. They are very confident in what? Raising the children, let it be physically or mentally. Then they adjust according to their age. Then they adjust according to the age. As they are growing, that means the parents must definitely be educated. Because as the children grow, their needs are different, the demands are different. So these parents, that means they have to be very educated. Then these parents are also more towards the spiritual side. They have unconditional love. Is type the parenting the which the parents have to have unconditional love. So they are optimists, they are considerate, they adjust according to the child as they are growing. They have the unconditional love. High expectations. But if the child goes wrong anywhere, then they are that gracefully to handle the children and help them to come out of the problem without passing any judgment to them. Without passing any judgment to them. They strike a balance. But the body is balanced with them. Both are the pampering, really, both are the strict winning, wherever it is, they are very balanced people. This type of parenting with they teach the children the self-awareness. So that means it comes towards spirituality a little bit. That means the self-awareness. They make the children, they help the children. The problems on the end, confusion, frustration, anxiety, sadness on the end. So they make them aware. They teach them that how you can come out of it. These lighthouse parenting, they help them in awareness. So when they're taking them out of the awareness, that means spiritually, somewhere they're making the EQ very strong. If EQ is strong, then the children can come out of all these problems in any sphere of life as they are growing. Maybe when they are in the small age, when they're in the youth, when they're in the college, when they get married. So these parents and all are making them aware so that whenever they are in problems, they can come out because of the self-awareness. Then from the childhood, they start becoming friends with the failures. Failures are there. We say failures is what like a stepping stone towards success. So failing, bachpan which we hundi hai, jwani which we hundi hai, colleges which we hundi hai, married, there are going to be failures. Ups and downs are going to be there. This is the time, when the parents and all, they become friends to the failures. They become a support to the failures. Nahi ajkal bachche to the failures which chale jande. So they say we are a failure in life, we are fit for nothing, and they go into depression. But these parenting under the lighthouse parenting, they make friends with them. Unhone dosti yari bana ke, unhanu support deke, and they try to get them out of the problem. They get them out of the problem because they give them the support. Then they encourage communication. They're encouraging communication. There are just 6 points. When unconditional love, then high expectations, they strike a balance, teach self-awareness, make friends with failure, and encourage communication. Communication with what? First, the parents have to have a very good communication because children watch. So the parents are very alert that they keep their communications very well. With whom? With all the nears and dears, with the family, extension family, with the friends, within the social, they keep a very good communication. We've already done in the communication skills that we have, how to keep a good rapport with the people. So these parents and all first keep a very good communication with the people around them. And this is how then they teach the children that in life, they also have to have a very good communication with everyone. So first they keep a very good communication with the child and the parents, where the children tell the parents everything. And parents behave like a parent plus friend. They know the balance where to strike. So these type of parents and all who come under the lighthouse parenting are very good because somewhere they're drilling the values and the morals into the children. They teach the children to fight their own battles. They are the people and all who always tell them that failures in life is not the end of our life. Take it as a stepping stone. Then they teach them unconditional love. Why? Because in parenting, the parents themselves are having this unconditional love. No judgments. They don't blame the child. Even if the child goes wrong, they don't pass any judgment, but very gracefully they solve the problem without telling them that you have gone wrong somewhere. So this type of parenting is actually very, very good. The lighthouse parenting, we have the 6 points which we have to remember. Now we come down to another, which is also a very good one. We call it the scaffold. SCAFFLOD, scaffold parenting. This also is very good. is all on the positive time. What do? They are helping the children. For example, children are very intelligent. So they try to help the children to increase their knowledge. And to increase the knowledge, the parents have to be educated themselves first. They have to educate themselves. So parents also read a lot, listen a lot, so that they can impart to the children and bring up the children to that height. They bring them to the height. Then these parents and all make them experience and experiment things on their own. They make them experiment on their own. They don't barge in. अगर कोई काम लेता है, करो, उसमें एक्सपेरिमेंट करो and experience it. ਅਸੀਂ ਲੋਕ ਮਾਮਾ ਲੋਕ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਚੀਜ਼ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਅਸੀਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੀ ਨਾ ਦਖਲ ਦੇ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. Come, I will do it. मैं कर देती हूँ. So what happens? We don't allow the child to do anything. We are the parents make it that they give them the full time that they can experience and experiment the thing so that they can grow. They can grow. Then in the children, frustration will come up and down. Like there is going to be. So when the children are frustrated, they definitely offer help. They help them. They'll advise them. They make them strong of how to come out of the situation. Then they will never pass such remarks, you are bad, it's not good, I think this thing is not good. They will never. There's a very graceful way of these parents putting in, not telling the child that you are wrong also, that you have done, that this thing, work you've done is not right. But they say, I think this is better. What do you think? They throw the ball onto their court. So it is a very well, the parents are supporting them. Then in each step, whatever they're doing, they let the children try it, fix their own problems, making them whatever mistakes the children do. They will first let them use their own mind where they have gone wrong. Then if they find no solution, then they'll come in, but gracefully, without pointing them that you made a mistake here. Then these parents will not barge in when the child is doing a task. For example, कोई भी बच्चा कोई कर रहे, कोई ड्राइंग करे, कुछ भी कर रहे, ते ਅਸੀਂ कहांगे जल्दी कर, चल मैं ही तैनूं खत्म कर देंदा. कपड़े पा रहे, चल मैं ही तैनूं बटन लगा देंदा, टाइम नहीं हैगा, जल्दी कर. So what happened? We don't let the child complete the work. These parents tell the children, complete your work. हुन बच्चा हो सकता टाइम भी लगाए, but as they grow, they are very flexible. As the child grows, then they give a little bit of time. School जाना है, bus आ रही है, you just have 10 minutes. Mother will not barge in, tell the child to do it. एक दिन he missed the bus, the second day he will not miss the bus. So these parents let them grow very gracefully, and in this they're teaching a lot of things, to the child. How to have respect and how to value time, how to value money, giving money, and how to work it in their budget. So these are the parents who are parenting in a very positive way. Now, whenever the child, ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚਾ ਕੁਝ ਵੀ ਅੱਛਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, they always learn to praise. बच्चा 50 लेके आया, गलती की, आपको तो 70 लेके आना था. Doesn't matter. How much we worked, we got it. Now next time we'll work harder. जो किया is good. Always try to encourage the child. So in this parenting, they are encouraging the child. So this is also positive. This parenting, just like the lighthouse, this scaffold parenting is also very positive. Now comes the most important and the 10th, which is nowadays, it is, I think, all of the universe you will see, world the which is called the Montessori parenting, which is very, very important. Pehle hunda si bacche gaye ji, they've gone to the toddlers class, they've gone chalo ji nursery vich chale gaye. Nowadays there are special schools, where they send the children for Montessori. There's a Montessori. Now what is there? You will see that they give them the freedom. ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਛੋਟੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, toddlers ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, what do we see? We are so engrossed in our own house ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਕਾਸ ਸਾਫ਼ ਰਹੇ, ਉਹ ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਾ ਗਿਰਾ ਦੇਵੇ, ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਾ ਗਿਰਾ ਦੇਵੇ, ਉਹ ਖੇਡ, we people are so much on the perfection of our own house. In Montessori schools, they give them the color, ਥੱਲੇ ਚਟਾਈ ਵਿਛਾ ਦੇਣਗੇ, ਬੱਚਾ ਬੈਠ ਜਾਏਗਾ, they'll give him the color, they tend to make a mess out of it. When everything they've done, and in that there's a creation of the child. He creates a lot of things. His mind is also put onto papers. His mind also, what is working is put onto the papers. Over there, they do not tell the child anything. And once in all, when everything is over, the thing has been cleaned up. This philosophy of the teachers, they will never bend. They will never bend any of the rules, because they're respecting the child. They're respecting the child. The flowering of the child is not, curved at all. So what happened? This philosophy now is being brought into the house. You will see that this Montessori philosophy is now being brought to the house. You will see in the lifestyle. Now you will see in the lifestyle. What happens? What are the things that we have to remember? What are we to remember? For example, ਬੱਚਾ 2 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਹੈ, ਹੁਣ ਬੱਚਾ ਜਦੋਂ 2 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਹੈਗਾ, ਉਹ ਸਦਾ ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਲੇਸ ਬੰਦ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ, maybe he is able to do it. ਉਹ ਲੇਸ ਬੰਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਹੈ, we are watching. Do we have the patience ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਖ ਸਕੀਏ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੱਚਾ ਥੋੜਾ ਟਾਈਮ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਲਗਾਏਗਾ ਤੇ ਲੇਸ ਬੰਦੇਗਾ? No, ਚਲ ਛੋੜ ਮੈਂ ਹੀ ਬਾंध देती हूँ, चल छोड़ मैं तेरे को बटन लगा देती हूँ. So what happened? We are curbing the creativity of the child. Let the child take its time and tie his lace and put on the buttons. Let him do it, because the child is using his brain, his creativity, his hands, everything is working. Everything is working. And the child is given, when he does it, we appreciate, we clap. Oh, very good, Dad, today he has tied this. So what happens from the very beginning? The child becomes active, becomes responsible, and somehow he comes to know his own duties, He becomes responsible from the small, young age. So what happens? These are the things which we have to be very careful what school are doing. Now also we have to do it in the house. ਹੁਣ ਬੱਚੇ ਅਗਰ ਬਿਸ਼ਕ ਵੱਡੇ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਗਏ, ਹੁਣ ਬੱਚੇ ਟੇਬਲ ਤੇ ਬੈਠੇ 5 7 10 ਸਾਲ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਕੈਨ ਈਟ, ਬਟ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਇਤਨੀ ਜਲਦੀ ਪਈ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਜਲਦੀ ਉਸਦਾ ਚਮਚਾ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਠੂਸ ਦਿੰਦੇ, ਖਾਓ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ. then ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਦੇ, ਟੀਵੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਬਿਠਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਆਈਪੈਡ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਬਿਠਾ ਦਿਆ, ਬੈਠੇ ਖਾਓ, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖਵਾਉਂਦੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਤੇ ਮੇਡਸ ਨੂੰ ਬੋਲਦੇ ਖਾਓ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਖਵਾਉਂਦੇ ਜਾਣਗੇ, ਔਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੜੇ ਖੁਸ਼ ਹਾਂ ਜੀ ਅੱਜ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੇ 2 ਫੁਲਕੇ ਖਾ ਲਿੱਤੇ ਜਾਂ 3 ਫੁਲਕੇ ਖਾ ਲਿੱਤੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ his attention was on the TV. We are more worried about that. But do you know what we are doing? We are destroying the child's growth. We are destroying the child's future. आज माँ-पियो इसी करके पैटर्न की साडे बच्चे are gone getting addicted. Cyber addiction इसी करके हो रही है कि children have gone to it because बचपन तो असी अपना खाना छोड़ना सी कि बच्चे फटाफट खावन ते साडी जान छुटे, या ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਤੇ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਤੇ ਟੀਵੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਬਿਠਾ ਦਿਓ, ਇਹ ਆਈਪੈਡ ਲੈ ਲਓ, ਇਹ ਗੇਮਸ ਲੈ ਲਓ, ਇਹ ਗੇਮਸ ਖੇਡੋ, ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ out free for 2 years. But we have destroyed the children. Today all parents are very upset. I will not blame the children, but the parents did not know. They were ignorant about it. So please educate yourself ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਗਲਤੀਆਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ. ਹੁਣ ਜਦੋਂ ਇਹ ਗਲਤੀਆਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ, we have to give to the children from their childhood. Montessori parenting means from childhood, you have to give them the liberty. You have to give them the opportunity. You have to give them the freedom to do what? To do everything that they want, what they want. And if we do not, then what are we doing? We are just robbing of their opportunities. हर जगह तो उन्होंने opportunity मिलती है, हर जगह तो उन्होंने challenge मिलता है. When they're setting the bags also, that is also an opportunity for them how to set up the bag. छोड़ो हम भी कर देंगे, छोड़ दो, आपको बड़ा टाइम लगाएगा, जल्दी सोचो. You can just go back. We people have made so many mistakes, we have made in ignorance. We made it. We did not let the children do. That is why bachche no taking responsibilities on their shoulders have not learned. They've not learned with new ideas. They're not able to face challenges. Oh, bachpan to jehdi assi training ditti hui na, aj bachche are not able to take challenges. opportunities, not able to avail it. So what happens, these children, when failures come, because Montessori children and all, वो लोग गिर जाएंगे फिर उठेंगे, लेस नहीं बनेगा फिर बनेंगे, फिर दोबारा करेंगे, they will do, even if they have failed to do it again. But because ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ training नहीं देन करके साडे बच्चे आजकल डिप्रेशंस में चले जा रहे, एंजाइटी में चले, there are so many problems children are having. But Montessori is a very, very beautiful, and in every schools they are going to have this. Montessori is going everywhere. Now, there are certain rules, which this Montessori parents have to follow. They have to respect the child. What they have to do first is they have to respect the child. In Montessori parenting, the parents have to first respect the child. Then they have to know that the children have their own thoughts. Every age, their thoughts are changing. They are growing. And don't underestimate the children. They are capable of doing anything. आजकल ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਬੱਚੇ, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਸਿਖਾਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਵੇ ਕਿ ਬੱਚੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਛੋਟੇ ਜੀ, ਹਲੇ ਕੀ ਮੂਲ ਮੰਤਰ ਕਰਾਣਾ ਜੀ, ਕੀ ਮੀਨਿੰਗ ਕਰਾਣਾ ਜੀ, ਥੋੜੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਤਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਾਂਗੇ who is God. No, don't underestimate the children. They have their own thoughts. Let them come out. We have to respect them. So do not ignore the children because they are children. So don't ignore the children because they are children. Be very careful. ਅਸੀਂ ignore कर दिया, ए बच्चे छोड़ दो, ਅਸੀਂ छोड़ देंगे बच्चा करके क्योंकि वो बच्चा है. Don't. So what happens? Ki do not ignore the children because they are children. Then parents must know that the children have their own ownership of their body. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸ਼ਰੀਰ ਹੈ, ਉਸਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਜ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਉਸਨੂੰ ਕਿੰਨ ਦੇਖਭਾਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ. Children know it. When they are wearing their clothes, they all know. It is we who do not trust the children. We do not trust the children. Now, agar ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹੀਏ ਕਿ parents have to learn to respect the children. They have to respect. These parents have to respect. How will they respect? Being good listeners. Are we good listeners? ਅਸੀਂ ਅੱਜ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੋ ਕੇ we are not good listeners. तो ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੱਚਾ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ, ਬੱਚਾ ਬਾਅਦ में देगा, अभी टाइम नहीं है, I'm on the phone, अभी कोई आया है, अभी कुछ खाना है, तुम जाओ, मैं फ्री होंगी, बात करूं. Children slowly are shunned away. They're just sent away. Why? Because we don't have time. And why we did it? Because we were ignorant. Become very good listeners. Very good listeners. Next, to respect the children. When we make a mistake, we must learn to say and apologize to the child. इसमें तो बड़ी ego है. बच्चे ने उसे sorry कह दी है. How can that be possible? It's an ego. No, if you really want to respect your children, be good listeners and please apologize when you make a mistake. When you make a mistake, why? Because when you are apologizing, the child is also inculcating this value and virtues inside him of how to say, I'm sorry. It's going to be vice versa. So this of respecting the parents, respecting the child is first listening, then apologizing, then no forcible physical affection. For example, you want to hug the child comes and hugs you, kisses you, fine. But koi aa janda hai, please kiss him, please hug him. Please do not force the child. Please do not force the child. ਅਸੀਂ ਬੜੀ ਵਾਰ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ force ਕਰ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. This has to be very, very good because we know hugging is one of a very good therapy. It's a very good therapy for our healing process. But this we have to inculcate from the childhood. From the childhood. And from the childhood, they get used to it, They come to know these values and they come to know about all this healing from childhood, they come to know. But agar all of a sudden now we start with a child of 10 years, we come to know and we start, don't impose. Don't impose. Be very graceful of how to inculcate this type of hugging the child or the child hugging you. Very gracefully. Then let the children, the second step is what the parents have to expose the children to all of that thing, whatever they are doing possible. Let them have that freedom to experience the thing, find their own direction, let them find their own lead. Asi vichkar baaj kar diya, theek hai, okay, lead me, I'm leading you, come behind me, main tum dikha. Please don't, stop it. Let the child do everything. And when the child is doing, we make a boundary. You will see in Montessori schools, no, they will give you a certain place. Do anything you want. Whatever you want to do, all coloring, usi de vich hi karo. Us vich ki honda ek unhanu freedom dende. Their thoughts are on the papers, in their drawings. Secondary, unhone boundary bana diti, taki they should not go outside this boundary. बड़ी बार बच्चे आउटसाइड अपने तो आप कहंदे ना ओ ਅਸੀਂ अपने ਚੱਦਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਪੈਰ ਉਤਨਾ ਹੀ ਫੈਲਾਓ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੱਡਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ. This is one of the way of how we inculcate into the children. Now next is, do not, for example, if the child wants to imitate you, जो मैं कर रही हूं वो कर रहे हैं, मैं पानी पी लेंगे वो पानी पी लेंगे, मैं पानी लेके आ रहा हूं पानी लेके आएगा, I want to get a glass of something, let him do. Be very careful that the child is going to imitate you. So let him imitate what is nice, what is good for him. And what is good for him? Who will show? We have to show. Pehle we have to show the goodness. Then the child will show. अगर मैं ग्लास पानी लैन जावांगी तो बच्चा भी मेरे पीछे जाएगा. अगर मैं प्यार नाल बोलूंगी, baby, how are you? Yes, mom, I'm fine. The same thing. He is going to imitate you. Children are going to imitate you. So please, we give them this freedom, that if you want, you can imitate. We people wear on our sandals and our shoes and everything. They also want to let them do it. They want to wear the clothes themselves. Let them wear it. They want to choose. Mom, if you've chosen, can I choose my clothes? Let them choose. I say usually parents, they choose karan dende. Why? Because we say, they pata nahi ke rachor karange para to fashion da bhi honda ke nahi honda, koi sasti cheez le avan ji, sari society mein nak kappi. There are so many things we have. We don't let, and we barge into the children. Please let them choose. When they are choosing, they are growing. They are growing. They can make decisions. So in this Montessori, all these texts are being used in this method of Montessori parenting. And it's my request, because in this way, the children are being brought up in a very nice way, because the last point they say that they teach them the cause and the effect. Montessori parenting, they teach them the cause and the effect. So now you can see where the cause and the effect are. Jo karoge, so paroge. So little thing, that take a glass of water, pani leke gaya bacha, pani nu kya bacha, put half a glass, you'll not be able to carry it. No, I will take it. Okay, take it. Doesn't matter, take it. Raste vich ho gir janda. Cause and the effect. Bacha sikhda hai. Thoda karke bacha sikhda hai. These are the small things with the child learn. Aajkal bachche gaddiyan le jande. Parents kehande ne gaddi le gayi. Beta, I think it will be quite risky. No, mom, I can drive. I am now 18. I can drive. I have my license. Okay, beta, drive. He'll drive one day, okay, second day, okay, third day, he'll hit the car and he'll come off. That is the effect, the cause and the effect. But I told you now, pay the money in front of the child. These are the $1,000 I have to pay because I have to get it painted and dented to be repaired. De do. So it's a very silent way parents are teaching them the cause and the effect. So some of the children are growing independent. They are having decision makers. They become responsible. And then in spiritually also they're becoming wiser. Then the EQ is becoming stronger. But this starts from Montessori. This is starting from Montessori. So this has come into the house and they are doing very well. These children are doing very well. Very well. It is a request, please, a little dirty house does not matter. agar thoda bahut bedding is agge piche hai ya, a little bit dirt is somewhere, doesn't matter. If the child is in the house, a young youth or someone is in the house and they just want to live their life, let them live for some time. Let them understand. When they make a mess, then tell, okay, bacha, look, come on, pack up, let's clean up. There's a way, the Montessori people, this is a way how they communicate with the children, how they become like a friend and a parent. So this way is called the Montessori parenting, scaffold parenting, lighthouse parenting. These are the three which are very good. Panda and the hummingbird is little, but these three are very good parenting. So I have done today with you the 10 types of parentings. I hope you just revise back, go back to all this, because tomorrow I will be taking the style. And I will be taking those children who are having foster parents, step parents, absconded parents, absent parents, abusive parents. I'll be taking tomorrow. That is very important, because to counsel, we need all these things. So tomorrow I will be doing the styles and I will be doing these type of parents. Anji, Arvinder, I think you can carry on with the questions.
We are all imperfect parents, and that's perfectly okay. What we need with our children is connection, not perfection. On this perfect note, let's connect with our Q&A. Bhua Ji, aaj da pehla sawal hai. In nuclear families, parents decide the style of parenting. But in joint families, sometimes it is 2 generations, or in some cases, even 3 generations that co-parent a child. So how advantageous, disadvantageous?
Vindri, please just repeat. My thing is just going off. And just please repeat.
Okay, sure, no problem. In nuclear families, can you hear, Bhua Ji?
Yes, I can hear.
In nuclear families, parents decide the style of parenting. But in joint families, it is sometimes 2 generations or even 3 generations that co-parent a child. So how advantageous or disadvantageous is that?
See, in parenting, if the head of the family is very well equipped with parenting, a proper parenting, it becomes very easy for the next generation. If the head of the family, if in between, just say, for example, the grandparents, the parents, and the grandchildren, all 3 generations, if the parents are equipped, they may not be liked by the elders, because they are used to different type of parenting. It becomes a problem. That is why we say that all the elders, please do not barge in when the parents are talking to the children, when they're bringing up the children, because we put our own viewpoints on the children. Assi hinge kita, assi is karke tusi hinge karo. So what happened there again? There is going to be a little bit, of, you can say, thoda khattapan aa janda hai. So when there are 3 to 4 generations, the head of the family, if that person is equipped very well, then it becomes very easy. I'm talking to experience. If they're the next generation takes it very well. Why? Because jadu vadde jadu honde na, ਉਹ ਵੱਡੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹ ਨੂੰਹਾਂ ਪੁੱਤਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਉਮਰ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੱਲਦੇ, ਜਦੋਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੋਤਰੇ ਪੋਤਰੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਹਿਸਾਬ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਚੱਲਦੇ. They are friends to all. They are the grandparents, but they are a friend to the daughter-in-laws and sons and to the grandchildren. They are very easily, communication comes very good. So we do not have the generation gap. Generation gap is what is just actually the communication. So sab to honda hai ki tera vadda should be that. Unique you can say the single family jari hagian, those families and all, definitely if the parents are equipped with all these tools, then it is very good for they can do the parenting very well. But when there are 3, they have to be very careful. Problems do arise.
Bhua Ji, working parents, where you leave your children for the major part of the day in a daycare center. So the child is being parented by the daycare person. Now, if that style of parenting is clashing with your values, your style, so how do you deal with that?
See, this is very common in the Western countries, it is very common. They put them into the day centers and they go off. Maybe that is their need, because to sustain themselves, both the parents have to go. But when those children arise, when they are growing, that is why those children are very independent. उन्हां दे अंदर ना इतनी ममता नहीं होती. हाँ, एक गल वक्री है कि आजकल people are all running towards spirituality and they're trying to inculcate those virtues into the children, so they are also slightly rising. But अगर इंडिया दे विच अगर ਅਸੀਂ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ day camp, definitely now so you can understand. ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਪਾਲਦਾ ਹੈ, who comes in contact with the child, the children are going to suck that energy. They're going to suck all that type of habits also, everything they are going to take. So you can understand, if in the day center they do not get a very nice person who can take a place of a parenting, then it becomes a problem. It definitely becomes a problem. But yes, one thing is there also, that in these parenting centers, these centers where they have these day centers and all, I have heard that they are training those people, that they should learn to look after the children very well. Okay, they charge exorbitant about taking the children, but I've heard that they are taking a lot of care, because this awareness has come. This awareness has come that whoever comes in contact with the child is going to suck that energy, going to adopt the type of habits and all. So that is why they're training those people in the centers, because there's going to be an exchange of energies. But jab talak kar de vich buzurg han, in the house you have someone to look, please try your level best to do. If you do not need any finance for your sustaining, then look after these children. Paida kita hai, they learn to look after them till they become a little independent, till they start understanding. Even if you have to go for small hours, don't go for long hours. Adjust with the children so that car bhi sustain kar sako, finance bhi, te bacche bhi. Agar bacche leke aayo, bacche, they are the future. Ajkal bacche are being destroyed. Ajkal parents are those also who do not need money to sustain, but they are so busy in flaunting life. They are flaunting life in parties and pubs and all. They also destroying the children. Their children are destroyed. Mark my word. Hanji.
Ji, Bhua Ji. Bhua Ji, parenting begins in the womb, right? But suppose you decide to have a child through surrogacy. So your parenting will start 9 months later. And what about the surrogate mother? She also has parented the child in her womb for 9 months, only to be taken away. So where does that go?
Yeah. So then that is this is what we are going to do next now. These parents and all who and the mother, the woman who's going to bear the child, she has her own thought process. Beshak, the mothers will take care that mother takes proper food and medication and everything, but thoughts are going to be their own. Nowadays, mothers make it a point that for the sake that 9 months, they want to be with the mother. They want to keep the mother. They want to see till she gives birth to the mother, because now parents are becoming alert. They're becoming alert. But not all. Very few I've seen. Otherwise, ho gaya ji, chalo ji 9 mahine mein bachcha hoya tha, bachcha le lata. Parenting de khatam ho gayi na wundi. Parenting te ohi hoyi jide maa de garb vich hega si. Uddi soch, usda khana, udda peena, uddi environment, uddi sara kuch hai. So definitely it does affect, it does affect.
Even in case of adoption, when you adopt a child, then your parenting will start very late, maybe years later. So do you have to work extra hard?
Yes, see what happens when you adopt the child. Usually they give you after 3 months. That is 90 days. According to the law, you have to sign the papers. Again, no one can come and take back the baby. So 30 days, 90 days, maybe 3 months in the ashram, then the adoption center. In those 3 months, already parenting has started. So when the mothers bring them to the home, to the house, usually they are so over pampered, those children, that they forget what is actually parenting. They are so overwhelmed, consume we make those children actually like a parasite. So now this, what we have been discussing here for the last 3, 4, 5 days, we'll be discussing. Now you can understand how much of alertness we need. बच्चे नु पालन वास्ते. अगर बच्चा किते हेवाई चला जाता है, find out the cause. You'll find the reason. I will be doing it tomorrow. You'll find out the reason where it is going to. किस area ते भी जा रहा है. So when we pass judgments and we blame, stop it. क्योंकि बच्चे नु अडॉप्ट किया या बच्चे दा सैरोगेट मदर तो होया या बच्चा किस तरीके दे नाल निकल आया, how is behavior, how is discipline and all, it all depends on that also. So that is why we say, please do not pass judgments, do not blame. I will be doing further. Let me complete on the 5th day. You'll come to know exactly where we all are standing. Hanji.
Ji, Bhua Ji. Bhua Ji, single mothers, we have a lot of unwed mothers also who decide to either adopt a child or through whatever means have a child. So then in those cases, what is the best style of parenting?
See, those parents are single mothers and all, they are usually, the parents, but can they hunt, but they don't be like a father because they are so sad, they're so grief-taken. Either they have lost the person or the person has been divorced or whatever the reason it is. Only the single mother is bringing up the child. It makes a lot of difference. Lot of difference. Single mothers and all have to be like a father. It's like, you can say, is a challenge in life. It is a challenge for the mother and a challenge for the children. Single mothers are having problems. They may be doing all their duties and all, but man is a man. Father is a father. That is why we say parenting, only mothers are not responsible. Responsible are both mother and father. Both are responsible. But jitne ho gaya, what can you do? What can you do? Then people think, ki chalo ji, now she's single, get her married, bachcha nu to pyo chahiye aega ve. And agar wo pyo aa jaye drunkard, to fir ki ban gaya case? So when the mother has to be a single, maybe she gets married or she doesn't get married and she stays a single, she must be educated when she brings her children up. She has to use her effort. She has to educate herself. Very, very important. Single mothers also are going, which I will be doing tomorrow and maybe on the last day I will be doing, because there are a lot of things that are happening. I'll touch tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'll be touching.
Ji, Bhua Ji. Bhua Ji, chat which ek sawal aaya hai, what about if there are conflicts between parents regarding the style of parenting?
See, everyone has their own way of thinking. Thought process is different. Okay? That means the father must be having his own way, the mother must be having her own way. Maybe, ajkal jariya, I have seen parents and all, mothers and all, getting this little education, they try to inculcate these type of parenting. Fathers who are very busy in the offices and all, this is all bakwas. There's a conflict. There is a conflict. That is why the mother, the wife has to be very, very tactful. It is a male or the female. They have to be very tactful in convincing the partner that this is what is happening. This is what is happening. Bring in something in very graceful way by not telling that you have to follow this way. Sanu is taken or karna pega. No. Very graceful. Ki this is what we are. For example, today we are learning all this in the last 3 days. After the 5 days, you all sit down together. Ki itna kuch hai. We never knew. Did we make a mistake? Very gracefully, without telling that you are wrong or you are wrong. Wherever you say you are wrong, conflicts are going to start. But very gracefully do it. Aega, zurur aega, but doing sessions are for this only. Okay, gracefully put it in front of the male and the female and let them decide. Let them decide. Hanji.
Ji, Bhua Ji. Bhua Ji, sometimes fathers pamper the child and the onus is on the mother. Ki maan ne akkal nahi diti, maan ne kuch sikhaya nahi. So in that case, what happens?
See, when the fathers pamper, usually the fathers pamper for this, usually fathers are out of the house. So when they come back, they have little time, quality time. So the fathers usually think, chalo, mere ko thoda de time, I pamper what they want, I give them, and they start pampering them. It is good because the mother has to be the whole day. So she has to take a stand everywhere. She has to be very alert. in ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਾਣਾ ਪੀਣਾ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪੜ੍ਹਾਈ ਲਿਖਾਈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ social life, they have to, the whole time they are with the child, so they have to be there, so they have to be not too strict also and not too pampering also. But fathers are out in the morning, they come back in the night, so they always cuddle with the father. But agar ਤੁਹਾਡੀ tuning ਅੱਛੀ ਹੋਵੇ, the couple ਦੀ tuning ਅੱਛੀ ਹੋਵੇ, so you have a healthy discussion with your partner that this is what has happened and this is what it is, they will come to you, they will come to you. Handle it properly without insulting the other person. No, don't. This is a very nice way of parenting, when both the parents and all discuss it and find a middle way of how to handle the children. Find another way. ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗਲਤੀਆਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਣਗੇ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਲੋਕ ਕਹਿਣਗੇ ਜੀ ਇਹ ਮਾਂ ਨੇ ਇਤਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਸਿਖਾਇਆ, ਬੱਚੇ ਇਹ ਤੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੋਣਗੀਆਂ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਦੇਖੋ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਬੱਚਾ ਪਾਲਣਾ ਹੈ, ਬੱਚਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਹੋਇਆ, ਕਿਤੇ ਗਲਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਕਿਤੇ ਗਲਤੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਅਗਰ ਉਹ ਵਾਕਈ ਹੀ ਬੜਾ ਖਰਾਬ ਹੋਇਆ, ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾ ਕੇ he's too naughty and all, find out. Don't overlook. Maybe they are right. Maybe they are right. Maybe they are right. Go introspect. Find out from yourself, from your husband, ਕਿਤੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੋਨੋਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕਿਤੇ ਗਲਤੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। Maybe you'll find that area. Don't just shun it away. No. Look into it. ਹਾਂਜੀ
Ji, Bhua Ji, absolutely right. Bhua Ji, when your male child has female friends in his group, we are okay with it. But the minute your daughter has male friends in her group, our antenna goes up. So what is this? Why is this double standards? Are we scared? Or we don't trust our children? Why is this so?
See, actually, in the world, so many mishappenings have happened, with the females, so much that parents used to start thinking so many years back, agar eh sade bachchiyan de naal nahi hovan. But we are educating, idhar tak ho gaya ki now ki bhai no, girls have to be educated. Idhar tak se aa gaya. Fir eh bhi aa gaya. Now there's no difference between boy and girl. No problem, no difference between boy. Idhar tak bhi education aa gayi hai. Hun idhar tak bhi aa gaye. If we just got one daughter, is it okay? It's fine. It is fine. So somewhere the thought process is changing. But jo sansar de vich baar ho raha hai, it is not becoming less, it is becoming more. Just karke parents are scared. That is why we have to educate our children from the very young age. That is why pehle kya hunda si bachche nu sipande sa, girls will go to the girls school, boys will go to the boys school. Then the thought process changed. No, agar hinge karange, then the children become very curious. The boys, oh, the girls. So now they have the co-education, where the boys and girls sit together. Only for this, that they should not have that oohs and ahs. Oh, boys, oh, girls should not be there. They should not. So this started with the co-education. But even then, if our parenting is very strong, then there's no harm if the boys come to the girl's house as a friend to spend a day, all the friends come together, no problem. But the parents should always draw a mark. They should not take a chance. Agar car vich bhi hai gyo, aaj tusi kehte ho girls are being abused, you think boys are not being abused? Boys are also being abused. There are so many things going around. So we have to be very careful with our children that we definitely draw a line. Parenting has to be very good. Education imparted to the children has to be very good, where they become responsible and they become alert, absolutely alert. So that we can trust our children. Bring in the trust between the child and the parents. We don't have the trust that what our parents are saying is right. And then, for example, once if something happens, don't make an issue out of it. Let the children learn through their mistakes. Let them go through the mistakes. Don't start slapping them and putting them down. Kya hua, ye kya wo. Don't. Give them time, give them space. If this is there, this will be the next step. Now big enough to take a decision. On the other hand, parents, please be alert. Draw a line. Late nights not allowed. There is definitely ਇਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਧਿਆਨ ਦੇਣੀਆਂ ਹੀ ਪੈਣਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਬੋਲੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਛੋੜ ਦਈਏ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਮਰਜ਼ੀ ਚਲੇ ਜਾਣ। ਹਾਂ, that is something different ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚੇ we are counseling someone and they are already tied up in a house, mothers are not trusting. So then we say, please let the child go. Let the child go. Let her go. Watch. Let us watch. Let her once become free, and then we will curb again. Let her become free. That is a way, different way of counseling. But otherwise, be very careful. Hanji.
Ji, Bhua Ji. Bhua Ji, the duration that children spend with the parents staying in the house is getting smaller these days because of education or job or whatever. It's a very small window these days, max 15-20 years. So during that time, if you have not managed to strike a chord with the child, can you do it once the child has stepped out, or is it too late?
No, you can. You can, Bacha, you can. But you must know the art of it. You must know, educate yourself how to do it. You can. Bache, they say the magic wand is love. Love plus gyan. You can do anything. You can do it. तो हार नहीं मानना. हाँ जी.
Ji. Well, sometimes children ask questions about imaginary characters, like Superman, Santa Claus, thinking them to be real. So at what stage should you break the myth or continue to let them believe that?
No, we should not. We should, as soon as possible, when the child is able to understand, stop it. ਅਸੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨਾ ਤੇ ਬੱਚਾ ਕੁਝ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਨਾ so we also imitate. We talk in the baby language. The child says, tickle me, we start tickling the child and all. The ਬੱਚਾ 2-3 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਹੋਵੇ. Stop it. Please stop it. ਅਗਰ ਉਹ ਬੱਚਾ ਵੀ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ the Superman and all, when you find that the child can understand, you will get a message that the child is now growing up. He can understand. Break the myth. Break the myth as soon as possible. ਅੱਜਕੱਲ ਦੇ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਤੋੜਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਆਸਾਨ ਹੈਗੇ. ਉਹ ਪੁਰਾਣੇ ਟਾਈਮ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਨ, ਬੜੇ ਸਿੱਧੇ ਸਾਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਨ. ਉਹ ਇਹੀ ਸਮਝ ਕੇ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਹੁਣ ਟਾਈਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਿਹਾ. There's a lot of exposure and a lot of advancement in the education. ਹਾਂਜੀ.
जी Bhua Ji. Bhua Ji, chat ਵਿੱਚ question ਆਇਆ, how to handle tantrums when 2.5 month old child doesn't want to sleep at night and cries in his sleep.
Okay. See, when the child is in a tantrum and does not want to sleep, just 2 months old baby, 2 months or 2 years?
Months.
Is it 2 months or 2 years?
Months.
2 months. Now that when he's in his tantrum, the first thing the mother must know that the child is uncomfortable. The child is uncomfortable somewhere. Find out that area. Maybe physically some ailment, koi dard hai, koi bhukh hai, or maybe the child is feeling maybe too much of noises there, or maybe he is seeking attention. ਬੜੀਆਂ ਬੜੀਆਂ ਮਾਵਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨਾ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਚੁੱਕ ਕੇ ਨਾ ਮੇਡਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦੇ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਮੇਡਸ ਹੀ ਪਾਲਣਾ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਏ ਰੱਖਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ. ਤੇ ਜਦੋਂ ਮਾਵਾਂ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ they show that tantrums that you left me the whole day. Now I'll show you. They show these tantrums. So check, mothers should check what is making them. Is it the physical ailment and thing, or something to do with somewhere where we have made a mistake? They will definitely go to it. They will definitely. But we don't have the time, no. Where do we have the time? ਅਸੀਂ ਫਟਾਫਟ ਪਾਪ ਕਰਦੇ ਪੇਟ में दर्द रियाला दवाई पाया चलो जी नैपी शैपी चेंज की कर देता ज्यादा होगा करके सुला देंगे. This is what we are doing. Learn, बच्चे, educate yourself. Try to understand what the message the child is giving. आजकल बच्चे ਜਦੋਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨਾ 6 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਬੱਚਾ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕੁਰਸੀ ਤੇ ਬੈਠ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਐਕਸਟਰੀਆ ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਰੁੱਸ ਕੇ ਬੈਠ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੇ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਸੀ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਇਹ ਬੁੱਥਾ ਬਣਿਆ ਹੈ, ਇੰਜੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੈਠਾ ਹੈ, ਰਹਿਣ ਦੋ, ਛੋੜ ਦੋ. No, sorry. Now we say the child sitting all alone, quiet. Something is going on in his mind. Something has happened. Let's check the area. Bas, this is that. Their behavior is giving us a message. We say, no, learn from your own body. Learn from the children's body also. What messages they are giving. You'll be able to handle it.
Bhua Ji, question दोबारा आया है. It was not 2.5 months. It was years.
2.5 years. Even 2.5 years also. But it become more easier. 2.5 years becomes more easier. Because he can now little bit speak also. वो थोड़ा बोल भी दसता है. It'll become easier for you. Or tantrums show kare, that means he is seeking attention. Children and all who are throwing things and disturbing the things and all screaming on top of the voice, they are attending because somewhere they have been neglected. Please go back and see your parenting has been somewhere there's a fault in your parenting.
Ji, we have a hand raised. So quickly, Shweta ji, apna sawal rakho ji.
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੱਚਾ
ਭੂਆ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਕਿ we should become good listeners but then ਭੂਆ ਜੀ ਕਿੰਨੀ ਵਾਰੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ we are so physically drained that ਉਹਨਾਂ patience ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਨ ਦੇਈਏ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਸੁਣੀਏ because we are so much exhausted ਕਿ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਕੋਈ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਵੀ ਨਾ ਕਰੇ ਤੇ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਸਿਚੁਏਸ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਬੰਦਾ ਕੀ ਕਰੇਗਾ
Dekho, bachi, then when we don't have time because we are so exhausted, so what do we lose in the bargain? Our children's upbringing. We lose it. So now you have to choose. Why are you so drained up? What is the reason that is it the housework or is it my mental? More than the housework is the mental that strains our body.
ਹਾਂਜੀ
But
ਭੂਆ
the
ਜੀ
mind frame is good, no? When the mind frame is good and healthy, your mind, your body bada furtu hoega tusi oh kam karoge jeta tusi kadi kita bhi na hoye and you're not tired. So it is the mind that makes your body weak, makes the body thing. Así kehne pareshaniyan pura din pe sada sir hi na khao as bachche ne aise hi na khao ye the pareshaniyan it's not the physical, it is actually a mental. Check bachche, check in that bargain. Parenting is harming the children, it's going to harm the children.
how do then I make myself mentally strong
Mentally strong in this, you check your thoughts. Start thinking what you are thinking. Start watching what you are thinking. And when you are thinking, think what you are thinking. उस चीज ਨੂੰ ਐਨਾਲਾਈਜ਼ ਕਰੋ, ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਇੰਟਰੋਸਪੈਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰੋ. ਤੁਸੀਂ 5-6 ਥਾਟਸ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਖਾਲੀ ਪਕੜ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਟਰੋਸਪੈਕਟ ਕਰੋਗੇ ਨਾ ਔਰ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਟ੍ਰਾਂਸਮਿਊਟ ਕਰੋਗੇ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ એનર્ਜੀ ਵੱਧ ਜਾਏਗੀ. ਫॉर एग्जांपल ਕਿ ਅੱਜ ਘਰ ਬੜਾ ਰੋਲਾ ਸੀ, ਅੱਜ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਆਈ ਸੀ, ਨੂੰ ਇਤਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਬੋਲ ਕੇ ਚਲੀ ਗਈ ਹੈਗੀ, ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਬੁੱਢੀ ਹੱਡੀਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਹੁਣ ਕੀ ਕਰਾਂ, ਬੋਲ ਕੇ ਚਲੀ ਗਈ ਹੈਗੀ, ਹੁਣ ਸਿਰ ਮੇਰਾ ਖਰਾਬ, ਸਿਰ ਕੇ ਕੀ ਹਾਏ ਕੱਲ ਦੀਆਂ ਆਈਆਂ ਕੁੜੀਆਂ ਇਤਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਬੋਲ ਗਈਆਂ. It can be vice versa. ਕੱਲ ਦੀਆਂ ਆਈਆਂ ਬੋਲ ਗਈਆਂ, ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਮੇਰਾ ਸਿਰ ਦਰਦ ਹੋਏਗਾ, ਸਿਰ ਦੇਗਾ, ਕੋਈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਏਗਾ ਚੁੱਪ ਕਰਕੇ ਬੈਠੋ, no time, ਸਿਰ ਨਾ ਖਾਓ, we are very tired. Now I introspect, I'll say oh ਕੁੜੀ ਆ ਕੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਇਤਨਾ ਕੁਝ ਕਹੇਗੀ ਹੈ. Now how do I introspect? ਇਤਨਾ ਕੁਝ very it hurted me. It's okay, yeah, that's her thought process, that's her thinking. Maybe she's tired. अगर आज मैं tired होके तो मैं बच्चे ਨੂੰ किया चुप कर जाओ, तो she also will be tired somewhere. It's okay, and she have said it she's giving you a message about her inside. Spirituality, whatever we have been doing in Naam Simran, use all that. एक thought ਨੂੰ 5-6 thoughts ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਪਕੜ ਕੇ transmute ਕਰੋਗੇ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ energy ਵੱਧ ਜਾਏਗੀ. Aista, you will see your thoughts of how to transmute your negative thought into positive thought, how to transmute your vices into virtues. ਕਰਦੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ એનર્ਜੀ ਵੱਧਦੀ ਜਾਏਗੀ, ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟਿਸ ਵੱਧਦਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ. You will be absolutely, you can say ਨਾ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਮਨ ਦਾ ਰੋਹ ਘਟਦਾ ਜਾਏਗਾ, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਫਿਜ਼ੀਕਲ ਬੋਡੀ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਜਾਏਗੀ. ਕਰਕੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖੋ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਬੋਡੀ ਇਤਨੀ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ. Listen to the children, listen to their talks, they are giving you a lot of messages. ਅਸੀਂ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਦੂਸਰੀ ਵਾਰ ਵੀ ਮਨਾ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ, then the children withdraw, they'll never be able to voice out. ਉਹ ਫਿਰ ਛੁਪਾਣਗੇ, ਫਿਰ they'll find another person equivalent to my mother whom I can tell something. Let it be just a housemaid. Maybe they go to the friend's house, they talk to the friend, they will talk, and maybe they do not get the right answers.
But ਭੂਆ ਜੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗੀ ਗੱਲ ਜੀ, for a mother like me who has 3 kids, then every child is coming and saying their own thoughts. In that case, how do I manage it?
Doesn't matter, Bichu. When you are sitting, the 3 children are sitting with you. See and make it into a very nice conference. तीनों बच्चे बैठे हैं, तुसी भी बैठो, वो भी बच्चा बोले. Now you tell me, what do you think? What he is saying? Make them so much engrossed into it, no, that you also learn. Not only one child, all the 3 children will learn, bache. Learn all these things. These are all tricks and all of the parents of how to do your parenting, bacha. Do it, bache. बच्चे इसी लोग इसी करके प्लेटफॉर्म पे we are bringing parenting in such a vast way, we are bringing it out just for you to people help. And it's never too late, but do it. So your thought process becomes less, your body becomes strong, you will have time to listen.
I'll try, Bhua Ji. Thank you.
God bless you, बच्चा. God bless you.
जी बुआ जी, आईफोन ते ना ते लॉगिन है जी. भैन जी अपना सवाल रखो जी. हाँ जी, अनम्यूट करो जी.
वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.
वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.
बुआ जी, मेरी एक ग्रैंड डॉटर है 12 साल दी. वो हमेशा स्कूल से जब आती है तो वो बोलती है मेरे कोई फ्रेंड नहीं बन रहे.
Yes. See, देखो,
मेरे
there
साथ
are
बैठ के
children.
कोई खाना नहीं खाता, मेरे साथ कोई फ्रेंड नहीं बन रहे, मुझसे कोई बात नहीं कर रहे. पूरा
Yes.
फ्रस्ट्रेशन घर आके निकालती है.
These are the children now who cannot make friends. There are problems who cannot make friends. But you will have to talk to the child. You will have to find out that area why. What is the inferiority complex? What are the things, that turmoils that are going inside the child who's not able to speak up? Why she's not able to make up friends in the school? That means even in the house, she may not be able to communicate with anyone much. With the extension family also. But please get into the area. This is a very big problem with children coming who say we do not have friends in school. We are not able to make friends. Then make an effort. Choose for them. Call them home. Let them communicate. Let them interact. Let them go. You have to make that effort because these children and all are not able to make friends. A problem here. But in this, we parents have to take lots and lot of effort. Choose the friend. Beshak 4-5 is choose karo. Beshak from the class hi lo. Interact, call them over, tell them for a party, take them for a movie, so that they become friends. For 5 to 6 to badla jayega. This is how slowly, gradually we can do with these children. Now, where they're not able to make friends and all, then that is another area. That is another area where they cannot make a friend, which I will be doing it. I will be doing it tomorrow and day after. That will be another area where we are going to search for it.
Okay, Bhua Ji, thank you.
God bless you, Vicha.
It is not what you do for your children, but what you have taught them to do for themselves that will make them successful human beings. Let's not worry that children don't listen to us. Worry instead that they are always watching us. We meet again tomorrow. Thank you all for joining in. वाहेगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहेगुरु जी की फतेह.
फतेह बच्चा, फतेह.